Welcome to Fashion Tips and Beauty Tricks. I'm your presenter, Gina Martela, Impeccable Image and Skin Rejuvenist. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Ben Adelberg of Optimized Chiropractic. He's also my personal chiropractic here in Reno, Nevada. He's actually gone through my men's image boot camp. Today we're going to be discussing his experience of how it was to go through the program. Ben, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Ready for you to grill me with some questions.
Okay,
here.
Awesome. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem.
Okay, so you went through the program about a year and a half ago.
Yes.
With you and your wife, Charlene.
Mm-hmm.
You both went through it, but we wanted to kind of talk about a men's perspective.
Okay.
So how would you describe the men's image boot camp?
Very enlightening. It really just revealed a lot of things I didn't know and just things to look for. I think it was also empowering too. Made me aware of things that I was unaware of when it comes to making decisions with my wardrobe, but also made me that much more empowered. So whenever you're not by my side, I can go out there and still make good decisions to make either fits that complement to my body style or colors that also complement my complexion as well, which we established that I'm a warm tone, which we're kind of one and the same there. But
Yes,
so I would say empowering and also enlightening were the two things I took away from it.
Awesome. Great. How was your experience working with me?
It was fantastic. And as guys, we love efficiency. We love it like, hey, here's the plan. Let's execute. We don't want to really dilly-dally on thinking, oh, maybe this, maybe that. It was like, hey, trust the expert, which is always great advice. Trust the expert. That's who you hired. That's why you hired them, to lead you through the process, to answer all the questions that you don't have the answers to, and to really streamline your time, because that's your most valuable asset. So Gina was very efficient and really just kind of, hey, take the reins, not trying to micromanage and just let you go. And it was a great experience. So
awesome. Glad to hear it. How efficient would you say the shopping process was? When I went into the store with you and I had you stand by and I started grabbing everything as we were walking by and handed you the clothes.
That was one of the more impressive things that I've seen, because Gina just came in there and we're at a large department store. I want the name to be not mentioned, but I thought like you were the manager there almost. You walked in, you had everyone that worked there was like recruited on the team. You just like walked through the store and I was the walking clothes hanger. You just piled stuff on and said, we're just going to try it all. And then once we got in the changing room, it was, changing, coming in and out. We had people making runs on the floor to get things in different sizes just to really fine tune that fit. Again, with my body, I'm a little bit longer torso, shorter legs, so not always the easiest to find the right fit for me. But that was just, literally we did, maybe an hour, a little over an hour. It would have taken me literally 8 hours to do everything that we did that day in just an hour of time with Gina's help. So efficiency was off the charts.
That was one thing I really stood out to me, because you said efficiency. You were just really impressed that you kept telling me how.
That was my biggest takeaway from it. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
That was again, we value our time. Everybody does in varying degrees, but it was just like that saved me so much time. So well worth the money.
That's awesome. Great. What did you enjoy most of the program?
I enjoyed, now a year and a half out of that, actually kind of like retrospectively, the skincare aspect of it, because I've been using the skincare for really a year and a half. So that's something that's been a staple in my routine. That's been hit or miss over the years, but really kind of getting that established long term, I've really noticed the difference there, especially in our drier climate here in Reno. I'm from Florida, so I never was used to having any kind of skincare routine, because the natural humidity and moisture on my skin would just take care of it. But here, have to be a little bit more diligent there. Mm-hmm. So having the tools and a great product line that you offer, I was able to use that really for 18 months and running. So I've been very pleased with the product.
That's
so
awesome.
That was another thing that was a takeaway. That wasn't just obviously the efficiency like we talked about, but really like the skincare and having a routine that's easy to do. It doesn't take up a lot of time and really benefits my skin tremendously.
Awesome. And one side note I want to make is image is a process and not an event. There's 4 steps to image improvement. The first and foremost is good skin. If your skin's taken care of, that's the foundation to the image. He actually got started on the skincare a few months before we worked together. I think it was like February, March of that year.
Yes.
And then we ended up working together like July, August. So he was already on step 1 very well before we moved to step 2, which is doing his colors and then doing the shopping. And then what would you suggest to someone, either a man or a woman, who's considering working with me on their image?
I would say everyone thinks they know how to dress just because it's something that you do all the time. Like, yes, I put on clothes every day. I feel like I look decent. So you just kind of assume, like, yeah, I look good, but are you looking your best? Especially when you're out there moving and shaking in the community. If you're someone who is an entrepreneur, a business owner, or someone who just wants to look their best, that's something that I think you really want to dial in and make sure that you're not making just an assumption that I look good, but if you might be leaving something on the table with your image. And I know you're the image consultant, but I've heard it say image is all. Like literally, if I look at you right away, I can tell you're very put together. Have great. That's a great color on you. Great jacket, simple but yet elegant with the accessory pieces there. So like my mind takes all of that in a fraction of a second, and we're doing that all the time. Subconsciously, we're always evaluating our surroundings, and it's like green light, red light. Yes, no. I want to get to know that person. Don't want that person. So I think really just understanding that aspect of it and just knowing like, yes, that little investment in your image could just change the whole trajectory of how you're seen in your community and in your circle from the time that they work with you moving forward. So I say man, woman, our images are very important because again, that's what we're portraying to our surroundings. So don't make an assumption that you look good. Be sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Any other thoughts or comments that you'd like to add about your experience?
As a guy, no one teaches you how to dress. Thankfully, my mom and sister had a little bit of taste, so I was able to, like I wasn't a complete, zero when it came to the image. But again, fine-tuning those things, especially as a business owner and being forward-facing in the service industry, working with chiropractic, working with people's spines and the healthcare. Like when people walk in, they need to trust that image. That's, again, as I mentioned earlier, that's the first thing they're seeing there, my handshake, my appearance, and that is something that I can't undo. So I have to make sure that no days off. I have to look good every single day. And if I'm in colors and a color scheme that complements my complexion, that's just going to make it, again, they won't say that, but it's just another thing that's going to not detract from my image and my power and my ability to help people.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Gina Martella with Impeccable Image. Thanks for watching.